Excited to have a very funny person joining us on the line right now, comedian Lee Bruns. Lee, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Just sitting here staying warm in Watertown.
Well, this is that weird week between Christmas and New Year's where, you know, there's all kinds of people they're kind of fed up with Christmas and that's done and it's over. But then like my family, we haven't even had our Christmas yet. It's coming up like later this week. So this is just a really, really weird week. But I also love the fact that we're getting ready for Sno Jam Comedy Festival. That's coming up next month. And it's still going to be cold. It's still going to be kind of chilly. You're actually used to this from, you know, being in this area. But one of my favorite things about this, Lee, is bringing comics from like, you know, Miami and LA and places where I remember one lady, she had never seen snow before. And I was like, to go from never seeing snow before to hanging out for a weekend in, you know, subarctic temperatures. Good luck to you.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know, just the people that haven't experienced this sort of extreme. You can talk about it, but when you hear them say things like, well, if you live there, you'll get used to it. Oh, no, you don't get used to this.
No, not really.
No,
and I just had a nice chat with one of the comics who, again, they're not from this area. And we were talking about how, because they're like, how do you guys, at that time it was 15 below zero. And they're like, how do you guys deal with that? And I go, well, we start our car and let it warm up. And then we leave a warm house and we run out to a warm car and we drive to a warm store. You know, so it's like we're not hanging out in the parking lot, you know, chatting. Although we still do that too, I guess. So
yeah, even the idea of actually clearing my sidewalk is like, I don't know if I want to die to have a clear sidewalk.
So now let's talk about your comedy career. You've been doing this a while. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
No, only about 6 years. I didn't get started till I was well into my 40s, late 40s.
Really?
So I'm kind of but I wrote for different magazines. I've been an auctioneer for a long time. So I'm used to being in front of people, and I've kind of been honing the ability to write jokes and write humor. A little bit of a surprising amount of auctioneering is just people interaction, and nobody minds a little humor during their bid calling.
Absolutely. No, that's really cool. I guess I didn't realize you were an auctioneer as well. So are there a lot of auctioneers who are also comics or comics who are also auctioneers, or is that a unique thing?
None others that I'm aware of, because they're probably better auctioneers and they're able to do that more. But I specialize in charity fundraising auctions, not like estate sales and stuff. So if you need a fundraiser auctioneer, that's where I come in. Nice.
So which one pays better, auctioneering or comedians?
Sadly, comedy.
Oh, really? I can't believe. I was thinking maybe the auctioneering was the. So now, how long have you been an auctioneer?
If I was doing estate sales and real estate auctions, but since I'm doing fundraisers for charities, not a lot of grapes left on the vine there.
So how long have you been doing that, Lee?
Since 2006.
Very, very nice. And now, have you been to Sno Jam Comedy Festival? I've seen you do comedy, but I'm trying to remember if it was at Sno Jam or if it was just when you were in Sioux Falls for another event.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been in Sno Jam. You know, I've applied, but didn't make the cut.
Well,
so this is the first time I made the cut.
I'm excited that you made the cut, and there's several of these comics that you're probably going to know, but the other thing that's neat is you'll get a chance to meet a bunch of new comedians from all over the country, and I've had a chance over the last few years to make some really cool connections and just get to know some really neat people. Do you do many festivals, or is this one of your first festivals, too?
Very first festival I've ever been in. I book and host a lot of shows up here in Watertown, and then I performed with a lot of the other comics out of Sioux Falls, Nate Holtz and Skylar Bolts and Luke Johnson, Zach Dresch, Preston Williams, so I've worked with all those guys, and Dan Bublitz, I just enjoy to work with Dan anytime I can, but this is the first time I've actually been to a festival at all.
Well, we're excited for you to see. This is a little different. It's a fun thing. And for the audience, you guys need to understand, 30 comedians all coming here, paying their own way to come entertain you and help raise money for a good cause. I love that. It just tells you where the heart is of the comics that are coming to be a part of this. But the thing that's neat for the comedians, you get a chance to meet a bunch of other comedians, network, maybe even get some really cool, business opportunities out of this because, somebody will say, hey, that Lee guy, he would be a good guy to have open for me. Or, hey, they're looking for a headliner in this area and you could be a good guy to do that. So it's just a really cool, completely different opportunity and a completely different vibe than just a regular comedy show. And I'm super excited to have you in Sioux Falls for Sno Jam.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah. Jackie Cation's going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of the Dork Forest. So if I ever get the chance to meet her, I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, you will. You'll absolutely get a chance to work with her now. So how cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, Lee,
I love her podcast.
I will see you in a few weeks. I appreciate you taking some time to chat, sir.
All right. Thanks for your time, John. Good to talk to you.
Absolutely. Again, Lee is one of the many comics that you're going to see at Sno Jam Comedy Festival. The website, if you'd like to get some details, or maybe if your family, like my family, has not yet done Christmas and you're going, hey, I just remembered I got to get presents for everybody I know. If you haven't done that yet, you can go onto the website and buy tickets for people too. SnoJamComedyFest.com. Now, there's no W at the end of snow. It's SNO. SnoJamComedyFest.com.